Hello and welcome to a video tutorial about how to create and edit images with Google Slides. I have a Google slide presentation open here and right now it's blank, so I'm going to actually show you how first you can create images with slides. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these text boxes just so I have a blank slide. And what I'm going to do first is show you how you can use shapes and the shape tools to create some images with slides. So if you or your students want to create an image with slides, you can see that I clicked on the shortcut here in the menu for the shapes, or you can always use the menu up here and go to insert, and then shape is right here. Okay, so there's many shapes to choose among, so I'm just going to use a shortcut here. As you can see, we have a lot of different shapes here, so you could, if you wanted students to create a storybook and they needed people for it, they could create some kind of like stick figure type images using the shapes tool. So they would create the head and then create the eyeballs and then draw those in on the face there. Okay, and then so you would also use some line tools to further this image to make it a little bit better. So there is a shortcut to the line tools right here, right next to the shape tool. And again, you can also use the insert menu and then line over here. But we'll use this shortcut, and we want to give this stick figure a neck. So I just went up to the line tool, selected the first line. Let me do that one more time. And then we just kind of draw it on right here using our mouse. And you can make that a little bit straighter, but just for time's sake, we'll just keep going ahead. Oops. And then you just kind of got to click over here. I'm not getting that point very good. Actually, I'll just do it again over here. And you get the point. You can just keep going with that and drawing in the legs, the feet, etc. with the lines. You can also use shapes for that as well. If we wanted to kind of put in a nose, we could use another line tool, which would be the Scribble tool. Okay, and the Scribble tool kind of lets you put in what you need, and we can move that a little bit over, and we can put in the mouth the same way using the Scribble line tool. Okay, and the Scribble tool is also something that could be used by students to put their signature down at the bottom when they're done with creating that image. Okay, they could use this for a storybook or to illustrate something they're learning. Students could use it that way. You can also recolor these by selecting them and going up to the fill color tool. So if we kind of want to give him, well, he's a little bit too tan there. Whoops. Select it again. We have to select it and then go to the fill color tool. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. And we could also change the thickness of these lines if we select them, and then go up here to line weight, maybe 8 pixels, and we could just keep adjusting this how we needed to. So that's how we can create images using the shapes and the line tools. Of course, there are some other shape tools that you might want to use, such as the callouts. The callouts are great because they have some speech bubbles in there too. So if you wanted to use this again for a storybook, I put in a speech bubble, and then I can go ahead and point this over here, and then within it we could type some text. Okay. And we could continue working on this, and again we can right click, change the background of this image to make it a little bit more interesting, maybe a light blue, and we can just continue working on this image. If you don't see a shape within the shapes menu that you really want to use, they do have a lot of shapes to choose among here, but if you see something or you don't see something that you want to use, what you could do is you could draw in your own shape. And the way you would do that is by going up here to the line tool and selecting the Polyline tool. Okay, the Polyline tool allows you to draw shapes into your slides. So let me show you how to do that. So I selected the Polyline tool. I'm going to left click on my mouse, and then I draw the line, and then I left click again. Then I draw the line, left click again, draw the line, left click again, and then I connect up the lines until it makes a shape. And again, I could recolor that by going to the fill color option and choosing a color. And of course I can resize that if I would like. Okay, rotate it by using this right here. And I can also trace over items this way as well. So let's say that I insert an image. Okay, such as maybe it's a driver's ed course and we want a car, or an auto mechanic course. So I insert this image, and then I could use the Polyline tool to trace around this car. Okay, and it won't be perfect per se, but it will be close enough. I probably didn't pick the best card to illustrate this, but you get the idea. Then we could erase or delete the image, and then we could add more to this and recolor it, make it red, etc., and then add the wheels on. We could use circle for that. Then add another one. Okay, so you get the idea. One last area that I wanted to show you is word art. So we would go to Insert, then Word Art, and you can type in a word. Instead of that hello world, maybe we want to put that like that. And we can resize this again, and we can recolor it by using the fill option. All right, so that's how we can create images using Google Slides. I'm going to go ahead and create a new slide. That one kind of got muddied up. So now I'm going to show you how you can edit images using slides. So if you already have an image that you've inserted, so I'm going to go to Insert an Image, and I'll just insert another car, this one. And it inserts there. If I want to crop this image, I double click it, and then I use these black lines here to drag it down to the points where I want to crop it. And once I'm done with that, I hit enter on my keyboard, and it's now been cropped. If I want to recolor the image, I can do that by selecting it, going to image options, and then there's different colors to choose among. Okay. Lots of different ones. I can also adjust the transparency, so if I want it to be faded out and put something over it, I could do that. I can also adjust the brightness and the contrast. So that's how you can edit images using Google Slides as well. And that's all I had for you in this video. Thank you for watching.